All right, so I didn't really get that much Miami Heat Rockets footage. We lost the game anyway. Um, I kind of had a pretty good game. Jalen Green had a pretty shitty game. Corey Kispert had a pretty shitty game. Kevin Porter Jr. didn't do much. I had 37 points though. That counts. Colin Sexton came off the bench. And actually, no, Colin Sexton was starting. And Tyler Hero came off the bench this time, even though Colin Sexton usually comes off the bench. But he was starting and really did his fucking thing. And Jimmy Butler was behind him with it. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting game. But, just couldn't get the footage. And that's fine. Devin Booker, beginning of the week, 65 points. I had the highest, and then I think someone else got the highest or tied it, and then he just blew it out the water with 65. He had 70 a few years ago, so yeah. But we have 4 full games. This is the first game against the Heat, second game against the Grizzlies, and it's on national television. Let's go.
The visitors, as they got off the team bus earlier, the attitude and confidence they have is clear. A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Grizzlies first found an identity with grit and grind. As a rookie, Jaren Jackson cut his teeth alongside Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. And he said, now it's next gen. But it's still the same sort of mentality. We take defense seriously. That's our staple. And when you do that, you usually win. Guys?
They do. Great philosophy and attitude. Thanks, DA. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Grizzlies. They still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And Houston, they've experimented with a lot of options this season, but at some point you are what you are. And that's a pretty good basketball team moving forward.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Porter is out there with Johnson. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Green in at the 3. And for Memphis, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's John Morant. Then it's Brooks, and it's Bane in at the 2-guard spot. And late in the season, we see playoff teams, Greg, resting their star players. Any excuse for lottery teams doing the same thing?
Not as far as the league is concerned. If they're
So the Grizzlies, the Cavs, the Warriors, and the Heat, which we just played the Heat, all have 50 wins right now. 50-plus wins. We're trying to get to 50 wins, but, going against the Heat, going against the Grizzlies, it's tough, man. There's a lot of parity in the league. The Bucks are 8th. We're 9th in the power rankings. This is the last week before. Hey, a lot of times I give it to him. He shoots a 3. I might have to get the tip dunk, but he made it that time. But this is the last week of the month. The last week of March. And we have the Jazz twice after this. So
no good, shot missing.
The Jazz aren't necessarily high up in the rankings. They're towards the lower tier teams. Right down the Mitchells and Thunder. Hey, shout out to Jalen Green. We got Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. starting. Hopefully they can have better games this game than the fucking Heat game. Look how I'm guarding Steven Adams. Like, fam, if you're not in the paint, you're irrelevant to me. God. Desmond Bane. I don't know. He seems pretty confident this game. He's trying to do reverse layups. He's shooting. I came to Memphis. We do have some away games. Both of the Utah Jazz games are in Utah. I came to Memphis rocking the Cobra 1 basically the army time joints. You know what I'm saying? The camos. Because it's war. This is real live war. Every time we play John Moran and the Grizzlies, it's real live war, fam. Ooh, boy. Oh, fuck up my highlight if you want, man. Damn. Desmond Bain. Hey, like I said, this nigga is confidant, fam, with his short ass arms. Yeah, man, John Morant and the Grizzlies is always a fucking problem. It's always something. Game still close, got subbed back in. Dylan Brooks trying to shoot over DeAndre. That's not happening. Yeah, I might have to fuck around and just like get a triple-double or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause John Morant, I already know. He's actually kind of chilling this game a little bit, but I mean, we do have a different defense for him. You know, we got the double team for the ooh. I like that. I like that. But yeah, we are kind of like playing better defense on John Morant this time from the jump ball. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's a little bit of a closer game, and he's doing a little bit less, but somehow they're still maintaining. Somehow they're still, you know, they have a solid squad from top to bottom, so I can't really fault them for that. But man, oh man. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Come on, man. We don't have time for dumbass shots like that. If you're going to shoot from the corner, which is the shortest spot in the court from 3, at least hit the rim, dog. Ooh. Hey, see? Sometimes you got to do things yourself, man.
Some easy shots, but on that occasion,
still down. Damn. Damn.
10 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They've really established themselves in the glass. Being dominant there has been extra possessions, which they've cashed in on. Now they just gotta, you know, bring the same energy to the second half.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
They couldn't get anything from beyond them. Obviously, plenty of bad shots. They couldn't even hit wide open. They need to regroup. I'm telling you, regroup with some kind of rhythm and get on pace.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
In my experience, I figure you have to be Ja to beat Ja. You know what I mean? You can't be soft with it. You can't be no Chris Paul type passing layup. Nah. In order to beat Ja, you gotta go to the rack and hard. You hear me? Hard. I don't know how many times I had to dunk on Steven Adams this season, but it don't matter. In order to beat Ja, you gotta be Ja. So anyone, oh shit, bro. All right, I'm expecting Ja to be going crazy, but Desmond Bain has been going crazy, bro. Just this one game. Just this one game. Percocet, Rocco Percocet. But yeah, man, I don't want to lose to this team again. We keep losing to them. I was about to say, if he made that, it was like, all right, come on. What else? I would have shot that if I was open, by the way. But fuck it, man. That is the motto of the game today. In order to beat Ja, you gotta beat Ja. And, you know, we're almost the same stature. It's just I'm a little bit heavier, man. I'm on some football weight type shit. He's on some basketball weight type shit. I'm 225. He's 170, 180, something like that. So I'm moving niggas out the way. You know what I'm saying? That Steven Adams dunk was no accident. I'm moving niggas out the way. Even though Steven Adams like 260. I'm just saying. When I'm in midair, I'm not getting pushed around, falling on the ground like John Morant. Man. I'm pretty solid up there. You feel me? But nah, get that shit out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, come on, bro. Let's go. Jalen Green, high flying. That's the type of shit I like, man. This is why I wore the camos. It's straight war, even though we're still down double digits. Holy fuck, man. This team is unbearably good. Sub me out.
To stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. To the middle, here's Adams. Rockets with the rebound. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And they double up Morant. Johnson with the block. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Turnaround Jay, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
Come on, man. Come on, we got the double team going. I knew it was going to go to them. Ah, look at that whole defense. That's how you play fucking defense, man. Hit a little ooh on them. Little in and out with the left hand. Skirt, skirt to the right. You think I'm about to drive? Turn around on them. Splash it down on them.
Nothing seems to be falling.
Johnson outside.
Playing the tightest defense. And I wanted that tip dunk. Got to make sure Josh straight, you know what I'm saying? Playing good defense, getting the rebounds. Good shit, DeAndre, getting down the court. Let's go, and 1. Just like that. Single digits, and just like that, trying to get him out in the double digits. Desmond Bane has been shitting all game. Here we go, though. DeAndre, the best acquisition that we've had this season. I want to say Jonathan Isaac is number 2. And Corey Kisper's number 3, but you gotta be Ja to beat Ja. And Ja's going hammer blammer in the fucking paint. But he's not going crazy this game, though. He only has 17. It's about to be the end of the game. So who is really the scorer for the Grizzlies? Let me tell you. Desmond fucking Bane, bro. Desmond Bane. Trying to get this dub, though. We're only down 4. If I can get a steal or something.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, boy. If we can get a steal, maybe. I've seen the Hornets come back. If y'all seen it, I think it was like maybe week 19. I did a 360 and thought the game was over. Yeah, right. Straight into overtime. We have time. Let's just see, man.
And so the Grizzlies take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ja. The bench was huge tonight. They came through. How big was their performance?
That just shows you that whoever's coming in the game, just be ready. We got the next man up. When your number is called, just be ready to play. Help us win ball games.
Well, they did that tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Compared to the other games where he dropped 40 on me, this one was a mild game for Ja. I like that Steven Adams was the first person to dap me up after the buzzer sounded, knowing that I posterized him and left him on the floor. Had a triple-double, 2 turnovers. That means I had a pretty smart one. Jalen Green, 8 for 22. Could have done a little better, bruh. Desmond Bane, 33, 7, and 3, bruh. Even had the most shot attempts on the team. John Morant was just chilling watching Desmond Bane go fucking crazy. 6 for 8 from 3. And then 4 from 7 from DeAnthony Melton.
Friday night basketball on 2K Sports with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Just 10 games left. Let's see the playoff race in the West. Taking a look at the Rockets, they're currently in 4th place, a solid spot to be in late in the year. And of course the Jazz, quite a bit of space between these two.
I think for Houston, they really are taking pride knowing that many didn't expect them to be here. Proving all the doubters wrong has been what's fueled them all season.
Well, there really was no way you could have predicted they'd have this kind of season. The only people that aren't surprised are the players and the coaches themselves.
And we've got just enough time for a pregame report. Let's go over to the sidelines where Allie LaForce is standing by. Allie?
The Utah Jazz have a special chemistry. Point guard Mike Conley said, quote, "This team is unique in the way that we play. Everyone has bought into what we want to do on both ends of the floor. We have a defensive mindset and a physical mentality. To do that, you have to have 9 or 10 guys that all make plays for each other and are unselfish."
All right, good stuff, Allie. Thank you. And Grant, for the super teams that are managing their stars' minutes right now, it seems like home court advantage is less of a priority than being fresh for the postseason.
You know what, BA? It really does seem that way. It's like you'd rather play with a stacked hand on someone else's table than play with a weaker hand at home. Championship teams know how to win on the road. The most important thing is being healthy and being together as a group going into the postseason.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Porter is out there with Johnson. Then it's Green, and it's Şengün in at the 4. And for the Jazz, Marcus Smart out there with Mike Conley. Then there's Hassan Whiteside. Then there's Bojan Bogdanović, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot.
I've been trying to get the right lineup before the playoffs, and just random people are in, like, they end up cold. And oh my God, 360 to start it off. All right, Jaylen Brown, shit. But yeah, it's just, jeez, man, that's crazy. It's just hard to figure out what the lineup is when some people are cold, some people are hot. You know, it just varies from game to game. I mean, I remember Kenyon Martin Jr. earlier in the season, like, started 5 games in a row and averaged like 20 points in that little 5-game stretch. And I remember one game he had like no misses. He made every field goal on the court. It was ridiculous. So yeah, man, just trying to get a playoff lineup. It's tough. It's tough.
Taking a look at some numbers here for DeAndre Jordan.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
The New Orleans Pelicans are 2 wins away from having 50, being in the 50-win club. We just lost the last 2 games, so we're trying to get in the 50-win club. Ooh-wee, one-handed bandit. But, I don't know, man. We just faced 2 50-win teams in a row, so East and West. It's not really going to matter in the playoffs. Just a little reminder to y'all that wow, I got subbed down. We're down double digits. That's nice. Just a little reminder to y'all from the off-season that happened. We have a 1 through 16 seeding playoffs. So East-West is now irrelevant when it comes to the playoffs, but it's still relevant when it comes to seeding. Our seeding is in the middle because there's a lot of good West teams. Just being honest.
Conley. Brown can't hit.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
count the basket.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
You know, at this point in his career, we talk about DeAndre Jordan as a role player, but it wasn't that long ago that he was a first-team All-NBA player. In the right situation, this guy can do great things.
Now here's Porter. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. To the middle. Here's Jordan. 5 on the clock. From deep, Johnson nails it from 3. Johnson's got 20.
I know you love that 3 right there. That shit was real smooth and ill. Just a little, you know, and then keep it pushing.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. What did you think about Utah, Kenny?
This is what the home fan loves to see. Their squad coming out and putting together strong performance. We'll see a couple individual standouts, but what really stand out is how hard they work and how they're playing together.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I like how they're working the ball down low and finding easy looks. They may be tempted to switch things up in the second half, but I say stick with it. Force the other team to adjust to the way you play.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And that one drops.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Brown. Over Jordan. Ooh, rejected by Jordan.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's... Oh, my goodness!
That is incredible!
Certain swagger right now.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley, yes, sir.
Johnson passes to Porter. Whiteside against Jordan. Pass to Johnson. And here's Porter outside. They grab their own miss. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it home. He'll go to the line.
And I just love
a big group up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Well, they were coming off 2 straight losses, and he put his foot down. He stepped up his game, had a big night, and got them moving in the right direction again.
I know y'all seen that alley-oop to myself. I'm just feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all seen that behind-the-back pass, too. Definitely feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Hit that 3. Oh, all right. Still, though, you know what I mean? I'm still feeling good, though. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's pretty good right now on our side. Player of the game. Hey, and a tip dunk. Come on, dog. Right now I'm wearing the Cobra One Asphalts. That's probably why I feel so good. Actually, those look like the wovens. I really can't tell when you're not. I think those are the wovens, though. If you end up
from the high post, no good that time. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Nice little snatch block. I like that. Jaylen Brown, 25 points. Mike Conley, 20 points out of Porter. They need another score. I mean, obviously it was Donovan Mitchell, but he skipped town. 39, 12, and 10. I can cut down on the turnovers, but I think I was just feeling so good. I was just doing whatever on the court. Behind the back passes, all used to myself. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's about to be the end of the month.
There is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Taking a look at Houston, they've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And of course, the Jazz, they just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
Right now for the Jazz, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Russell Westbrook has passed the great Oscar Robertson for first overall in career triple-doubles. Westbrook says, I just do what you need to do in order to win. My job is to do everything. That's what I do night in and night out, and nobody else does it the same. Simple as that. Kevin, nobody calls a game like you.
David, you are too nice. Thank you so much. And Westbrook, he is incredible. Thank you, David. Here's the starting group for Houston. Johnson is out there with Green. Then there's Kispert. Then it's Jordan. And it's Şengün in at power forward. And for Utah, they've got Marcus Smart. Brown out there with Wood. Then it's Conley. And it's Whiteside. And it's the pivot spot, manning the middle. And tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting for each team. Greg, there are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship in the NBA.
All right, so we're facing the Utah Jazz for a second time in a row, and this is the beginning of April. So we got to start our playoff type, play right now because the playoffs are in April. So all that regular season stuff is out the window, fam. That's why I probably did, the alley-oops to myself and all that, because it was the end of the month. You know what I mean? Right now, we got to actually hunker down and do what we got to do, especially when it comes to seeding, because, it's just not about the West no more, fam. It's about everybody. It's about the power rankings. The season standings when it comes to the conference don't really matter no more. It's really just about the 1 through 16 power rankings and how that's going to go. Got subbed out, and we're down. I'm used to that, though. You know what I mean? That's happened literally all week. The whole entire week, fam. Wow. Let me show you how to make a three, buddy. Yeah, man, we've been facing the Jazz, and they're at the bottom of the West, but they're a little talented. They're somewhat talented if they get their shit together a little bit, They got Hassan Whiteside for defense, Marcus Smart for defense, Jaylen Brown plays defense, Mike Conley's pretty solid guards. You know what I mean? If they can get their defense really going in a game, Jaylen Green with more athleticism, loving it, down to, let's go.
And everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? A tremendous game we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He had 29 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first-half performance. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Defensively, they got to do a better job of staying connected to each other. They're getting lit up from beyond the line. Better to crowd those guys, force them to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had.
Yeah, man. This game is getting pretty tight. Things are coming down to the wire. Monte Morris, part of a trade, going to the Utah Jazz. I don't know. You know, once Christian Wood, as soon as we sent him off the Rockets after last season, in the off season, he's just been kind of doing his thing on the Thunder, but really kind of injured a little bit. But now he's on the Utah Jazz. You know, he's sort of doing his thing a little bit. I can't lie.
Both good from the line that time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Passes it to Porter. Pass to Azubuike. 6 to shoot. And they call an illegal screen here. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have been the best in the rebounding department since the All-Star break.
I mean, they just out-muscled their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Wow. It's like we get a call, then the call goes against us. Mike Conley was really trying last game. He's trying a little bit less, and it's working out for them. I wish he'd try a little more. I wish you were a little bit more detrimental to your team. Ooh. One-handed. Almost broke my hand on that one. You see that? Yeah, call the TO, fam. Call it.
We know can open up things for others.
Love those Cobra ones. They're like the Cobra one. Oops, I guess. Just red sole, red bottom jumps. You know.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was gonna be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Jazz.
It was a little understated. Jaylen Brown is not only doing his thing, but he's going for his career high against us. But hey, man, I'm still comfortable against the Jazz. Y'all are good, but y'all ain't that good, damn it. Somewhat similar from last game. Instead of a tip dunk, it's more of an alley-oop. Two-handed bandit this time. Down by 2, 1 minute left. It was not this close last time. Jaylen Brown, I don't even know how to handle him. Like, he could barely dribble, yet he's scoring like crazy this game. And I honestly just don't know how. I mean, Jalen Green, of course, is not necessary. Look at this. Bro, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one, ladies and gentlemen. We are 1-3.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson against Whiteside. Johnson, the pass to Şengün. Can't get the three to fall. And so it's Utah who strikes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.
Man's dunked on me too. What is going on? 26, 8, and 7. No triple doubles. 4 turnovers. I cut down on him. 4 for 6 from 3. I really tried, man. Jalen Green actually tried a little bit too. He got 22. Jaylen Brown, 43 points. That has to be a career high. Mike Conley, only 18. I mean, it's a little bit. It's almost the same as last game, but 31 shot attempts. That's a lot more. Jaylen Brown really trying to win. He's not trying to lose twice in a row. Joel Embiid, didn't get to see his stats, but me and Joel, man, I ain't get it since me and LaMelo Ball got it. I think that was the overtime game that I was talking about with the Hornets, but I'm surprised Devin Booker, wasn't in the running for that 65-point performance. But hey, it is what it is. We're 1-3 this week. Watch out for the monthly highlights coming after this. Man, what a week. What a week.